Thank you for clicking on this video. If you enjoy what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to stay up to date with our latest content.
And hey, don't forget, check out our Patreon where you can be part of the dream and enjoy this transaction.
We have Xbox turning Japanese, alright? I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Phil Spencer.
Oh, and you got the land of the rising sun in the background.
Spencer. What happened?
Oh, in the background, I see the land of the rising sun. Very Japanese-like, Chris.
Phil Spencer, guide us.
Oh.
Anyway.
Now, Chris, I noticed you have two Xbox One controllers. Any reason why two?
No reason.
Are we sure?
I like to. It's easy because like the thing is, I'm so talented, Liquid, as you know.
You sure?
And I used to compete with patron of the show, Justin. But the thing is, he's just gotten so trash at Halo Infinite. So I bought a second controller so I could finally have a good adversary to do BR practice with. That's why I have two controllers, because Justin Cornflake, you can catch him on, if you want to see lackluster gameplay on Twitch, you can. But I just needed competition, and that's why I have two.
Oh, okay. So they both work 100%, right?
100%.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm glad we cleared that up. All right, so Xbox show, we got Phil Spencer. He came on, right? We saw Phil Spencer in the flesh, right? Looking good, leather jacket as always, and he's just like, "Hey guys, welcome to Games or Xbox." All right, we have a ton of announcements for you. We love the Japanese audience. All right, so what did he say? He explained cloud gaming coming to other countries, including Japan at the time. You good? You like my Phil Spencer?
They loved it. So, bro, they wanted you to know how much they fucking loved Japan. They're like,
Yeah.
Japan, we love
Yeah.
you
Oh,
so
yeah.
much.
Bro, they were all Japan, but all Japan out, like Japan up the ass. All right.
Oh, they were thirsty for Japan,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They want a little Japan. And who wouldn't, right? Japan's a nice market. You know what I'm saying? It's got some of the most faithful player base, I would say. Granted, a little sketchy since they're on mobile. Non-mobile, but whatever. We'll give them a free pass.
Well, Japan is dummy thick. Xbox see that shorty on the other side of the water, and it's like, damn, shorty, let me get it. And she's been saying nah for years, fam.
Oh.
But now you have to understand, Xbox came up. It has Game Pass now. It's got a new suit, so it's trying again. It's a high school sweetheart, and she rejected you, but now you're a different guy.
Yeah.
And you want to step up to the plate. It's a 10th year anniversary. I just described 30 movies.
But yeah, Japan, Phil Spencer, they love Japan. They want to really get in that market. They've tried in the past, little unsuccessful in the past, little bit of failure. But hey, maybe we'll change some things with Game Pass. They really express the fact that cloud gaming, it's all you really need. You play on mobile, you play on your console, you play on PC, laptop, tablet, you name it. xCloud gaming is there. All right, and it comes with your Game Pass subscription. It's a beautiful thing.
I loved how they were legitimately trying to break down the barrier. They know, all jokes aside, they know the massive barrier between Xbox and the player base in Japan.
Right.
It is huge.
Sure.
It is massive. I can't undersell that enough. And they're trying to break. They're like, just play it. If you play it, you'll have it. It's good.
Yeah.
Please.
Please. Just give us a chance. Just give us a chance.
I've changed.
I think it was awesome. I love the showing. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of subtle in my opinion until it got really Japanese, and which is great. I think it was a great thing. I think that's what you kind of want when you're speaking to that audience here. Just to name a few things that were announced. For example, Scarlet Nexus coming to Game Pass. Huge. I think it's huge.
That got downloaded.
Yeah, that's awesome. Another game, AI, the Somnium Files. Haven't really heard of it myself, but hey, it's on Game Pass. Why not give it a chance? Am I right? Why not?
I think this is a great Game Pass game. I saw the trailer for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this is like, hey man, you know what? Let's try this out. It looks fun.
Right, I couldn't agree with you more. That looked fun here. They announced that they showed off some Redfall and Starfield, they explained here. We got some guys from Bethesda and some guys from Arcane Studios. Much respect to Arcane now after Deathloop. Voiceover work in Japanese for Starfield as well as Redfall. Two big games, I'd argue, that are going to be coming to the platform, so that's going to be exciting. I'd love to see how the numbers do. Go ahead.
And I love this Starfield. They're like, hey, it's gonna be Japanese voice casted, and they talked about the dialogue and everything. And oh, how about this? If they continue to fail the Japanese market, it's not gonna come from a lack of effort.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think the effort is there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat. I don't think they're gonna hit that market, but I do love the effort. I love the try. I love not giving up. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's a good way to go. I think it's a good opportunity, especially, knowing how powerful Game Pass can be, and then with cloud gaming, just going hand in hand. I think it's a good move. Again, I don't think it's gonna work out, but I'm hoping it does.
I think Game Pass cloud, the system is going to do better over there than it is going to do over here.
Oh yeah,
Japanese internet, for those who don't know, Japan's internet infrastructure is better than ours in America.
You bastards.
And they do their best. They built the infrastructure. I can't get mad at that. And you need it when you're catching these Pokemon, being absolute beasts and hardcore gamers on mobile games.
Sure.
Just doing it. And that's honestly, and that's all jokes aside, I think that's part of the reason it's going to be an easier transition.
Right. And
xCloud is honestly going to be the thing that gets them there.
Right. I think that you could tell they were really trying to just really pound this xCloud gaming home. And like you said here, especially, with mobile, just showing all the different ways you can play. And we're going to get into that a little bit. I want to go into some of the games they showed off just a little bit. I already mentioned the 2, and I mentioned the voiceover for some of the other games. But I want to just list off a few games that they did announce here. Some that look cool. For example, there was one that I saw here called Mighty Goose. Which reminds me of like a metal slug. It looks awesome. I had you look at it as well. It looks great.
No. It looks super tight. I rewatched the trailer today, actually.
Same, me too.
I was like, bro, this trailer is tight.
It is. It hits, dude. It hits. There's another game that I want to give a shout out to. I don't really care for it myself, but it's called Eternal Return, which is listed as a Battle Royale MOBA survival game. And I just wanted to shout out the developer, and it sucks because I don't remember their name, but I just thought,
shout out.
Yeah, great shout out. The whole thing though is that their trailer showed not only the game's name, but their development studio's name was just as big as the game name. So I'm like, yo, that's pretty sick. I'm like, I think more development studios should do that. Like, granted, they left, and maybe this is just me thinking a little too much into it, because the game was on the left side, and then the development studio is on the right side. But I'm thinking if you're thinking Japan, you would put the game on the right side because they read right to left. So why wouldn't they do that? So it seemed like a trailer, I guess, even though both, I guess, the studio name and the game name was about the same size, it still seemed like it was catered a little more to the American audience. But that's pretty much it for the games. They had a few other games like Lapin, which is a 2D platformer. You play as a bunny. I don't know if you saw that.
Bro, you know what? It reminded me of oh my god, I'm forgetting the name. It's on Ori and the Blind
Blind Forest, yeah.
Blind Forest, and I was just like, this looks like a copy of that game. And I was like, should I be mad or should I be happy that I'm getting more of this game?
Right. By the way, that studio I was mentioning, Nimble Neuron, that's their names.
I kind of like that.
Shouts out to Nimble Neuron. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was kind of genius. The last game I'm going to mention on this list here, I know there was a few others, but I'm just going to sort of cut it here. I'm going to talk about Craftopia, which is a multiplayer survival action game. That's how they describe it, their studio. But from what I saw here, it looks like a Forge kind of game where it looks like kind of like Mario Maker in a sense, but 3D world. I don't know, really weird. It's not for me, but it's there.
You know, when I looked at this game, I'm like, man, I feel like we say this a lot. I'm like, this could be something
Yeah.
absolutely awesome. It totally misses me.
Yeah.
It's like how I feel about Skyrim. Where I'm like, bro, people love Skyrim. People about that life with Skyrim, and it just never got its hooks in me ever. But I'm like, maybe. Not saying that this game is a Skyrim level, but I'm
Right.
just using it as an example. But like, I'm like, man, there could be something with this. It's super rad once you get in it. The thing is, there's nothing that makes me want to get in it.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I love the Skyrim example because oddly enough, I actually not only did I purchase Skyrim, but I purchased the special edition of Skyrim when it first came out. Never played. I haven't played till this day. I have yet to play a second of that game, and I hear it's like one of the better Elder Scrolls, one of the best Elder Scrolls. A lot of people swear by that it is the best Elder Scrolls game, and I haven't even touched it. So it's so funny. I bought it. I'm like, oh, cool dragon statue, and then my brother just played the game. Dylan played the game.
Man, first of all, don't bring his name up.
Oh,
Second
we
of
done?
all, yeah, I'm a little done with Dylan, even more done with Frank.
Right.
They're both bad siblings, even though you give their life purpose. But I digress.
Yeah. So it's what I do. I'm a loving individual. It's what I do. Like my
we
problem
get
is
next
I love too much.
I agree. I couldn't agree enough. I don't want to repeat it.
Yeah, let's
but,
digress. We'll digress.
The best thing the Legatos I've ever experienced.
Thank you.
I digress.
Getting back to this game, getting back to Xbox.
I liked what Xbox was doing.
Same.
I thought this was very good. They really tried to interject like who they are in this market,
Right.
and I really dug it.
Yeah, right. It seems like they were really just expressing the fact that all their chips are in this one basket, like we said with the xCloud gaming and stuff like that. And like we were saying before, I think that's a perfect way to try to get this market. And kudos to them.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get a little serious. So not even. Some may call it serious, some may call it speculation. Tinfoil hat. Let's put it on and let's talk some conspiracy crap. All right. Mysterious. Speaking of spooky, so Xbox also had a B-roll. They were showing off cloud gaming, and I'm gonna put a picture of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna put one in here, but so. Yeah, they had a B-roll and they were showing all the different ways you can play an xCloud gaming. They showed your Xbox One controller, you got your console, the Series S or Series X. They showed PCs, they showed cell phones, they showed tablets, they showed laptops, mostly Microsoft Surface stuff. Great, they're just showing off their own stuff, flexing on themselves. All the more reason to do so, right? Now, one thing I saw that stood out that I feel like nobody's talking about is they showed one gentleman, and like I said, I'll show the picture here. He pulled out a laptop. So he's in the office. Looks like he's getting a little sneaking in. I don't know if his internet sucks at home or he just doesn't have any downtime at home. I don't know. But he's in the office, being very quiet, being very sneaky. Pulls out his laptop. Right on top of his laptop that's in his backpack, a DualShock 4 controller. Microsoft, Phil Spencer, you can't sneak that one by me. You know damn well you can't sneak that one by me. DualShock 4 controller. And it just got my mind thinking. All right, what
Percolating?
Yeah, it's just like I'm thinking, like, what does this mean? Anything? Does it not mean anything? Dude, I'm so mixed with what I'm feeling right now. I don't know what to think. So it's just like part of me's like, are they making something for Game Pass? I don't know. I don't think so. Are they making, what I'm saying? Like, are they making like a specific, like diluted Game Pass for PlayStation? I think the odds are against that. Or are they working on something with PlayStation? I don't know. Chris, bro, take me home. Like, what are we seeing? Like, what is it?
Okay, I like where your head's at because it is some speculary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think this is Xbox being self-aware in the Japanese market. They just don't have a foot. That people are going to be playing Game Pass on PlayStation, and they want you to know that it's okay. They just want you to know that just play freaking games on Game Pass on
Mhm.
xCloud. It doesn't matter. You can use a PlayStation. I'm surprised we didn't see a Steam Deck. I'm surprised they didn't get one from Steam and be like, hey, this thing is coming out. You can also play it on this too.
Right.
Just play it. And it's very interesting that they just were so blatant with it.
Right.
And like they didn't show it once, they showed it twice.
Exactly.
And wonder if anything, if this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Sure.
If Xbox hits Japan, whatever their analytics mean,
Mm-hmm.
for them, do we see this continue on, just showing that like, hey, on Xbox and Game Pass, play it how you like it? Are we gonna ever see this again?
Right.
And I hope that Xbox releases numbers, or we get some numbers somehow, how xCloud does, how subscriptions work. I just want to see subscriptions for Japan,
Yeah.
because they're, you know, it's what they're going on. It just shocks me. I'm shocked. Honestly, when I think about it, I'm like, man, because you know, you want to say all the like the headline stuff.
Yeah.
Like is Game Pass gonna be on Game Pass? Is PlayStation? No, is Game Pass gonna be on PlayStation? Oops. Is PS Now dead?
Right.
Xbox Game Pass confirmed?
Right.
Like, you want to say all the things, but that's not what's gonna happen here. I know that Liquid, at least at one time, I don't know if he still does, thinking that Xbox is gonna get out of the console making market altogether and just become a subscription service. I don't think that's gonna happen with Phil Spencer at the helm.
Okay.
I gonna preface that. Can't preface that one enough.
Okay.
Phil Spencer at the helm. Xbox will not be just Game Pass. I believe that 100%. I believe that Game Pass will come to a Nintendo Switch before it comes to a PlayStation.
Right. Okay. So I agree that it will. I also believe it will come to a Nintendo Switch before it comes to PlayStation. I think not only because of the relationship that Xbox has with Nintendo over PlayStation, because you know we've seen Cuphead come to Xbox. We see Ori. If anything, in a few weeks we're gonna see the Ori collection come to the Switch. So yeah, I agree with you there. And I still do believe that PlayStation might get something. I do. I mean, this is, hey, conspiracy theory Liquid. You know, like I said, even if it's a watered down version, whatever. You know, I don't think Halo is coming to PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, like you know what I'm saying? I think if it's gonna be anything, it might be Bethesda games only. Even, you know, maybe something as diluted as that. You know, so you know, but I also agree that, you know, showing the DualShock 4. Not once, but twice. You know, PlayStation, I believe, has sold around 10 million units in Japan. So yeah, why wouldn't they try to at least get some of that market? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, show that you can. Like you said, it could all be nothing. It could all just be like, hey, you know, the DualShock 4, it works with your tablet, your laptop. It works with your phone. I've tried it myself. It does. You know, I've used it on my tablet myself. You know, sure, Xbox doesn't announce it. It's not on their support page. I've looked it up myself. I tried to see if there was any support for DualShock 4. See if they list anything just for shits and giggles, just to see.
Research.
Yeah, just do some research there, and I didn't find anything, you know, which I wasn't expecting. But I'm like, they could have easily put an Xbox One controller, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have easily done that.
Had controllers there.
They did, exactly.
You know, they were on set because
Right.
they were there.
Exactly, but no, they actually went with the DualShock 4, like you said, not once but twice. We see it earlier, we see it later, and yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I was hoping there'd be more conversation around the industry about this. I don't know why nobody's really talking about it. Maybe it's nothing.
Because they're cowards, Liquid. That's why. And the only time you get the truth is here on the microtrends, like IGN, GameStop. I'm talking to you. Kotaku, I'm talking to you. You don't have the balls to step into PlayStation. Everyone's out here scared of Sony. Oh no, we don't want to. You know what I want? I want the smoke, mofo. All right.